sigue sorprendiendo que la mayoría de ustedes que ven mis videos no se han suscrito. Incluso el 95% de ustedes no se han suscrito. Entonces te voy a pedir algo rapidito. Por favor, suscríbete, porque entre más personas estemos en este canal, más vamos a poder seguir creciéndolo, más historias vamos a poder contar y más experiencias te vas a llevar. Entonces, lo único que te pido el día de hoy, que te suscribas. Bueno, vamos a continuar con este capítulo. Bienvenidos a otro capítulo de Echale Podcast. I am super excited today because you guys know I love talking about entrepreneurships and also Latino leaders. Today we have Saul V for Vincent. ¿Cómo andas, amigo? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I'm like super. I wish you knew how excited I am to be here.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm mad that I haven't been on IE and Friends. By the way, Saul Gomez, you founder of IE and Friends, from your mom's extra room to now creating a whole network. Like,
Yes.
I've always been like, dang, I want to be like him when I grow up.
I want to be like you. Okay, so funny story. I'm not even lying. Okay, I'm not even lying. I used to work in Amazon. I was an Amazon delivery driver. And 5 a.m. is when I'll clock in, and I'll sit inside this Amazon van, super cold. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like tired and cold. But what will warm me up is I'll turn on the radio and I'll hear your voice.
No
I'm not
way.
even lying. Every time, like, because you guys are my favorite, you guys are my favorite radio show.
You can lie.
I'm not even lying. So I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on and I'll listen to you guys for like probably like 2-3 hours. And then I'll switch over to like Power 106. And then, Power 106 and 92.3, I'll bounce back and forth.
The real.
Yeah. And then after that, once it turned into lunchtime, I'll turn into just listening to music. And then from there, I just admired radio hosts so much. Because I'm super into production. And I'm just like, I've always wanted to shadow you guys, see what goes on behind the scenes. Because I see your guys' boards, there's so many buttons. There's like, you guys are running a live show every day. And I'm like, how the heck? So I was always so intrigued about radio. So when I got into podcasts and I started meeting people in radio, I was fangirling more over people I met, over radio personalities than actual like celebrities and other stuff. Because I'm super like, all this right here, you guys can't see it, but this whole production corner, I'm geeking out.
Well, that's all like what we have going on here. But it's so funny that you say that you would geek out more for radio personalities and celebrities, because I'm the exact same way. I don't geek out with celebrities. I don't geek out with radio personalities. I geek out with podcasters.
Oh, really?
So I remember when Saul first reached out and I was on Besties.
Yeah.
Back then I said, what? I'm so honored. Like, I'm going to meet the creator, because your story like impacted me, because I didn't not know that you were from the IE.
Yeah.
Like, it was just IE and Friends. We're going to go ahead and start talking about that journey that led you to become an entrepreneur and creating a huge network that we all love and admire and respect so much, because you've created that brand.
Thank you.
Tell us, from those early mornings being an Amazon driver to starting a podcast, how did that come about? Were you just like, fuck it, I'm going to do it?
Yeah, I've always been, my mindset for the longest has always been like, I'm going to fail, so why not? Like, I've always like, ever since I can remember, my first business venture was I was trying to do a whole music festival when I was like a sophomore in high school. Like, I had like
in high school, you want to do mini Coachella?
Yeah, I had like meetings with like the marching director, the principal, the football coach. I was trying to do a whole thing. And then they're like, yeah, we can do this. And they're like, and then they said they'll keep the revenue. And it's like, wait, I don't like that. I want to keep the revenue.
Exactly.
So I was always looking for like business ventures. Like, I failed so many times. I have a funny story. My brother would always say like, oh, what are you starting now? Because I just always want to do something. And from all the stuff that I've done, I've just gained little experiences here and there. And in the back end, I was always just pursuing YouTube. And when I started working for Amazon, like I said, I was listening to your guys' radio. I was like, yo, this is fun. Like, there's a whole show going on. And then I started listening to music after after lunchtime. And I was like, I'm tired of the music I have. Like, I don't know any more music. Let me tap into this podcast. So I searched up Mexican American friends on like Apple Podcasts, and I didn't find anything that was going to fill what I needed. I needed like friends, like having fun, like talking shit, more not like anything like political, nothing like that. And I was like, you know what? Let me call up my friends. I kind of have all the equipment already. I just have to buy some mics. And I bought some $60 mics from Amazon. It was like a kit.
Yeah.
And I called them. We're like, hey, guys, just pull up. Let's just talk. They've already kind of been comfortable with cameras because we do skits. So
And we're talking about Caesar and
yeah,
Aaron.
Caesar and Aaron, yeah.
I'm a fan.
So we just started talking like we usually do. And then I had already a background in clipping. Like I was working for Ty Lopez, this entrepreneur guy. I was doing all his clips. So I was like, let me just like pa 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 pa. And our first episode just started going viral just because all the clips we were making. I was dropping like 2 clips a day.
Wow.
I was doing that for like probably a good 6 months.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more. How did you get involved with Ty? Because you were how old when you started IE and Friends?
IE and Friends, I was 23 years old.
23. So many people would aspire to have a connection like the one you did.
Yeah.
Did you reach out? Was that
No.
something that just opportunity presented itself and you were ready?
Yeah, so I was following him for a while. My brother was following him. My brother was following him on Snapchat. I didn't have him on Snapchat. And he posted a Snapchat saying, hiring video editors. And my brother sent it to me, and I was like, oh, snap. This was when I was a senior in high school. It was like 2016, getting into 2017. I applied, and I got an interview. And Ty is super huge on, like, numbers. Numbers don't lie. And I knew that because I was following for a while. So my resume was all about my YouTube channel because I already had a YouTube channel. I was already going viral on YouTube. I was averaging like 20,000 views a week just like in high school. So I was like, that's what's going to go in the front of the resume. So that's what caught their attention. I got the gig and they asked me, they're like, you know how to use Premiere Pro? And in my head, I was like, yeah, of course I do.
Of course.
I had no idea. I didn't know what Premiere Pro was.
That's like when they asked me when I started working in radio, do you know how to use Adobe Audition? Because I used to do YouTube first.
Yeah.
And I said, of course.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I'll learn in the way.
Yeah.
So they hired me and I was just like, it was a tough job. I'm not going to lie. Like at the time, I was like, dang, this guy's fucking crazy. So can I say bad words here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Fuck
I was like, dang, this guy's crazy. And now looking back at it, I appreciate him more because I was like, oh, at the time I was just young, naive. I thought I knew everything. And I was like, this guy's old. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I look back now, I was like, oh, no, he knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing.
And it's so funny because I think tough teachers in high school, for anybody who's in high school and whatnot, teach us this lesson. And I think it's a real reflection of life. When you have a tough teacher, it's not because they hate you. It's because they're actually teaching you that in real life, you're sometimes going to get these bosses. Because when I started in radio, I also had a tough boss. And I said, like, what the hell? Like, they're discouraging me from radio, but they created the foundation of which I stand on today. And that has led me to be the person I am. So I am super appreciative.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, well, now I hold myself to a higher standard because they held me to a higher standard.
And then now even, I mean, I don't treat none of my hosts bad, none of my employees bad.
Exactly. We learned that part.
Yeah. But I do see myself like telling them things. Because one thing I remember him telling me is like, well, a couple things. It's like common sense isn't that common. The other one is like, what's the downside? So if someone's like, oh, should I do this? Well, what's the downside? Like, why not? And the third one is just like every attention to detail is worth it. Every little thing. Yeah. So sometimes when I see like my hosts or my employees like slacking on things, I catch myself repeating some of the things he said to them. And I'm like, oh, dang, like, I became him. Like, I am him now.
Yeah.
So
how do you find that balance when you're talking to people who work with you or, that you don't become the person that you worked for?
Yeah, that is tough because I everyone that like works for me, they're all my friends. They're all my good friends. So sometimes we'll have like meetings and they're still like joking around and doing things. So sometimes I just got to put the hammer down. I'm like, and it's like such an uncomfortable thing for me to do because I'm such a fun, friendly like guy. And I'm like, I love to joke. But sometimes when it's serious, I got to remember like at the end of the day, this is my livelihood. Like this is what I got to do. And if they're not on track, like it's not only for me, it's for them. So I was like, hey guys, this is stop, no joking. Aaron's always the one joking around. I'm like, Aaron, stop, please.
Really?
It's Aaron. Aaron and Rex, they always have like a funny thing going on. So I just tell them like, hey guys, okay, listen. And then I tell them, okay, I get them more involved when they're a little bit. It's because they got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So if they got a lot of energy, I gotta be like, okay, I gotta give them, bring them more involved in our meetings, ask them more questions, ask them for solutions, just to put that energy elsewhere.
Yeah. And now you're about to start doing workshops?
Oh yeah, I started doing workshops, consulting workshops, teaching people how to run podcasts, how to do podcasts. Because at a time I was running 5 podcasts at a time, like dropping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
So people are like, "How the heck are you? How the heck do you do it?"
Yeah, because this is your full-time job, right?
Yeah, it's my
like you don't
full-time
have
job.
another job like
Nah.
everybody else. I remember I would go run sometimes with Caesar,
Uh-huh.
and he would tell me like, "Yeah, I still work for," and I'm like, "Wait, what? I
Yeah,
thought this
yeah.
was your full-time job."
No,
But it's your full-time.
it's my
job.
full-time job.
So let's go ahead and start in the beginning. We know you started in your mom's extra room, then it led into creating this network. Where did you realize, like, oh, snaps, I have something. I have something that the community needs. I'm going to expand.
Yeah. I think it's not something that I had, is the information that was given to me. So I used to, I was going to college. I did a Chicano history class, and I was just so like, everything they were teaching, I was like, how do I not know this? Like, how do more people not know this? And it was so crazy to me how there's a lot of social issues that people didn't know happen, like in our own backyard. And I'm like, wait, people don't know about this? And it was my favorite class, and I loved it so much that I ended up failing because
You wanted to take it again?
no, because he would say, like, the professor would like say stories, and I would just start writing notes that would lead me to other things, and I'll start creating scripts, because at the time I thought I was gonna be like a screenwriter. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a movie out of this, and I'll just go and go and go. But then I'm like, and then the podcast came along, and they both kind of intertwined, and I was like, I just want to talk about Latino culture. And at the time, Snow the Product was like a huge inspiration to me because of how she like spoke about our people, and I was like, I want to do that. So when we were doing the podcast, I had like friends on the show, but also I was like, I want to use this platform to highlight the Latino culture, and more specifically highlight the IE, because that's where I was like, everything happens out here in LA. My dreams ended in LA because I wanted to be an actor, and just driving, like at 12 years old, there's no way my mom was going to drive me back and forth to LA. So I was like, that's when I got into YouTube. So I was like, why don't we have like a media hub out here in the IE? And then that's where my brain started going. I was like, okay, media hub. How do I replicate Los Angeles? Because at the time, no one was doing anything in the IE. And I was like, okay, so I started IE and Friends. I was like, cool, we got the Latino culture going. Then I was like, let me do IE and Besties to bring in some Latinas in. Then after that, I was like, ooh, you know what? Movies is huge. So I started doing IE and movies. Then after that, I was like, food shows never fail. I was like, people love food. So I started doing a food show, IE and Foodie, highlighting different restaurants in the IE. And then I started a sports show, Could Have Been Pro. And then it was just like, everything was to bring, instead of people having to go to LA, I wanted to do something out here in the IE. And I was just highlighting people. And my favorite part about what I did is I feel like I have this talent of seeing people and seeing a hidden talent that they don't realize they have. So sometimes I'm like, you know what? There's something about you. I just feel like I got to put you in front of a camera, and I gotta do some studying. And that's how all of my friends, everybody on the podcast, is how they're all picked for a specific reason. So when I started getting my friends on guests on podcasts or any skits or any side projects, and I realized they loved what they're like, they didn't know they loved doing that. And I was like, you see, it was always there. Like, there's passion in people that they don't know is even there. So my favorite part was being that bridge of like LA to IE. And then so even now I have friends who I've gotten in videos who are now pursuing modeling after working with me, or people who are doing voice work, or even just pursuing entertainment. And just because I was able to like just show them a window of a possibility that can be out there. So that's been my favorite part, and that's why I really do it.
And I applaud you for that, just because when I became aware of IE and Friends, I was like, oh my God, like finally the Inland Empire is getting some recognition. I grew up all my life in Fontana, went to Cal State San Bernardino. And yeah, I wanted to study acting because I wanted to be an actor. At age 15, I told my parents, send me to Mexico City. They said, you're stupid. Like, where are we going to send you? I want to be in El Sea and all this other stuff, a Mexican actor. But nonetheless, I ended up coming to LA because that's the only alternative that we have if we want to pursue a career in entertainment. So when you were highlighting this, I was like, Oh, okay. That is freaking amazing. How what was that moment of virality, and did it come with financial opportunities that you saw, that you said, I'm going to quit Amazon? Or did you quit Amazon and just do this? Because most people are like, oh, I want to follow my dream. And you're like, just do it. All right, but I don't have any money.
Oh yeah. I'm a risk taker. There's this quote I love. It's from the Night at the Museum.
Oh,
It's like, Ben Stiller says, I don't know what I'm going to do next. And Theodore Roosevelt says, isn't that amazing? And I'm like, that's freedom. It's just, life is an adventure. And I really, really live life in adventure. Like, I don't like routine. I don't like anything. So I was like, if I can take full control of my life, I will 100% do it. So with Amazon, the best part about Amazon was my shifts. I was like 4 days on, 3 days off. So I had 3 days off to like just grind. So the podcast was taking off during that time, and I wasn't making money that I can like quit my job. And then I was like, I started looking into my financials. I was like, how can I quit my job to dedicate my life to this? And I started canceling a bunch of subscriptions. I started like I stopped spending on things. Even now, like I don't even shop. Like, if like, it's just like things like that. But my main thing, right? I had my favorite car ever, because also before Amazon, I was working at the post office. So I made pretty good money there, and I just saved up. And I had a BMW 5 Series, one of my favorite cars. And at the time, I loved going on dates. Like, I loved like just meeting girls. Like, that was my thing. And I had a super nice car. Like, it was great. But then I was like, if I want to quit my job, my car was $800 a month. I was like, I got to get rid of this car. And it was like the most humbling experience of my life. But I knew it was going to be worth it. So I sold my car. And I saved up 3 months of rent, and I sold my car. And I was like, I got 3 months to make this work, or else I'm going back. And I don't want to go back, so I'm going to make it work. And for those 3 months, I was grinding. I was busting two clips a day every day. And then I was reaching my final month where I'm like, okay, I'm still not there yet. I kind of need some more money. What do I do? And then that's I think the month before was a month where it's like Latina Business Owner Month or something like that. And I recently met Steph, and she, like, talking to her for the first time when I met her, she was just so hyped. She knew me from the podcast. She's like, oh my God. And we just like connected. She was from Nayarit. I'm from Nayarit. We just like connected. And I was like, yo, this girl's super cool. And then I had my other friend, Vanessa, she's like my party friend. Like, every time we go to parties, it's 2 a.m. and we're just talking nonstop. And I'm like, what if I get these two girls on a podcast? Then what if I do IE and Besties? And then I was like, let me get my other friend, Michelle, who I've been following her on Twitter. I see she's she's dabbling in social media. Let me put these three together. That IE and Besties is the reason why I was able to quit my job. Like, that show just went crazy. Yeah. Like, that's what like people needed. And I was like, this is it. Like, I can quit my job. And so I quit my job.
I have a story with IE and Besties.
Yeah.
I will tell you. I don't know if I should share it on the podcast or I should share it on your podcast.
Okay. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
So I quit my job. And even then, like, I quit my job and I was literally living, like, I still wasn't making money, but I was able to pay all my bills and stuff, and especially pay my rent. Because that's the main thing. My mom was not a fan of me quitting my job.
Wow.
So first I dropped out of I disappointed my mom 3 times. I dropped out of school. I dropped out of college to pursue acting. My acting career failed. So then I got into the post office. And then post office, everybody's like, oh, Saul made it. He works for the government. I quit because I hated it. Like, it took up so much of my time. I'm doing like 13-hour shifts. And then so I disappointed her twice then. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to Amazon because I'm going to have more time to work. And then I quit Amazon, and my mom was like, what are you doing? Like, everyone in my family was like, Saul, what are you doing? But I was like, I just knew. I was like, there's just something in me. Like, there's always been something that was like, I'm meant for more. Like, I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be delivering mail my whole life. So I was like, this is what I'm going to do. So that's why. So that fire of me not wanting to go back to work was like, that's why I have to make it work. And even though if I have no money, but all my bills are paid, then I'm still living the dream. Like I'm still cool. So I was doing that for a long time. I was again the most humbling experience because I still didn't have a car. Like now I had to call friends to give me a ride. I had one friend. Well, I still have her. She's still my friend. Shout out to Aliani. I think one day I tweeted that I was just so hungry, and she knew like my circumstances because she was my best friend. So like I talked to her about all my problems and stuff, and she surprised me one day with DoorDash. And bro, I've never like I almost wanted to cry. Like I felt so like, oh my God. So it was just like a super humbling experience. And like now like shit's been working out. The first car I bought after I sold my car was my mom's dream car. I bought a Range Rover just to show her like, see, like, thank you for, I know I like stressed you out, but this is kind of like a token of your appreciation. So
how old were you when you were making all these decisions? Was this after Thai or before?
This was after Thai. I was working for Thai for like maybe 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were 23, 24?
Yeah, 23, 24.
It's so interesting because you're telling the story and I'm hearing a mature man make mature decisions. But I remember clearly, and 23, I was still a kid. I don't think I matured fully and like got it together until I was like 28, 29.
Yeah.
And I started making more like, oh, okay, educated decisions that would benefit me long term.
Yeah.
You were able to let go of materialistic things like a BMW car. How many kids your age? And I would say kids because they're still kids. Like would do that. What? ¿Quién te traumó de chiquito? Like who traumatized?
Myself. I'm not even like I traumatized myself. So I was a YouTuber in high school.
Who were your motivations?
My motivation, Super Ego.
Super Ego.
Yeah.
Josh Leva.
Yeah, and Josh Leva. And you know what's crazy about Josh Leva? Oh my God, bro. I work for him now. Like actually one of my dreams was to be like a guest as La Plática, and now I do a lot of their edits and their thumbnails.
Bro, I remember, real quick, Josh, because I also know him too. I was like super fan of his YouTube, and then when he started Salud, at the time I had a podcast named Salud Podcast, and I said, oh my God, let me reach out to Taste Salud, and I reached out, and it was him, and I interviewed him, and I said, oh my God,
that's
like
sick.
Full circle.
Yeah.
And now I just see him from time to time.
Yeah.
I still consume his products though. What's up?
Oh yeah, me too. They're great. But yeah, I traumatized myself because from middle school to like my sophomore year, I was doing really good on YouTube. Like my cousin and I, he was younger than me. We would just do skits every week. We went viral. We got a video that hit 2 million views, and that kind of like set us for like high school. And we were doing like skits, and we are being like cringy because our audience were like 8 years, because he was like 8 or 9. So
I think I've seen him.
So those are like those kids were attracted to him, and I was kind of like the screenwriter, and I'll make them do all the funny stuff. So we had a thing going. But once I got into high school and I started seeing all these beautiful women, I was like, wait, I've never seen these types of girls before. Like I'm in high school, like, oh, look at these seniors, like, oh my God. And then so I was starting to like switch up my content because I didn't want them to think I was like weird or a nerd. Because at the time I was doing YouTube in like 2011 through like 2013 when that was weird. And then so, I mean, I was still doing it. I was averaging like 10 to like 40,000 views a week.
Were you already getting paid?
Yeah, I was already getting paid. I was getting paid like $2,000 a month as like a middle schooler.
Oh my God.
I had like a fan base. I sold merch. Like it was like I was doing it, right?
Like your parents were like, how is this kid getting
My parents
2,000?
didn't even know.
Wait, then how would you get paid? Don't you have to put like your social and all this other stuff and taxes?
Yeah, I did, bro. I did all of that myself. Like everything. My mom had no idea what I was doing.
But then when you would do taxes, you wouldn't be like, hey, Mom, I have to
I didn't
file.
do taxes, bro. I wasn't doing taxes, bro.
That's true. Me, Uncle Sam.
They're going to get me one day for those. Yeah, I'm not doing taxes. So that was going on. And then like people started like, in my school, they started being like, hey, have you seen Saul's videos? Like, there's like rumors started going around that I'm doing YouTube videos. Bro, if you can pull up a video, I had like these army cargo shorts all the way up to my belly button. I had long socks, I had like glasses. Like, I had this character, his name was Steven. And I was like, oh, Steven Summer. And I was like, what's up, guys? Like, it was a super, like super kid friendly. And people started making fun of me a lot. Like, I was getting bullied a lot.
This is high school.
Yeah, and this was high school. This is when you're trying to find like where you fit in, you're trying to see like if you're cool or not. So then now girls are like, oh yeah, what the heck? There's one girl though, her name's Jackie. She supported me, and she was one of like the popular like soccer girls. So it was cool having her support. But a lot of the guys, Yeah, no, they're making hella jokes. So you can see my content switch. Like if you go through like the episodes, you see me being super kid friendly to now I'm like, I did a video where I talked about how I've kissed like 12 girls before. I've not kissed one girl.
At the time.
Like I'm doing like these cringy like dirty secrets tag. Like what's your favorite position? Like weird shit.
Yeah.
And like I lost a lot of like my kid audience just because I started.
Parents were probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and so like I fell off. And my whole goal was like I don't even need to study in high school because I'm just gonna be a YouTuber. But that was all gone. By the time I was a senior, I ended up like quitting YouTube. And I remember I was like, damn, well, what's next? And then like 2018 was the worst year for me because all I did was party and get drunk in someone's garage. And I remember December, I looked back and I was like, what's going on with me? Like I had all these dreams and aspirations. And now I'm like getting drunk. My liver hurts. Like, what do you, like, I'm already like, I'm about to be 20. Like, what do I do with my life?
Damn, a 20-year-old telling yourself that? That's crazy.
Bro, and then the song that got me, I think it's because of the song, Viva la Vida by Coldplay. He used to say, like, I used to rule the world. And I was like, bro, one day I felt like I was on top of the world. What am I doing now? So that's kind of what, like, hit me. And then, yeah, I just started trying to log back in, and I told myself, I was like, there's another Big Sean song. It's like, if you can do it once, you can do it twice. So I was like, I gotta do it again. But if I get another opportunity, I'm not fucking up. Like I'm going all in. So I'm super grateful to be able to have like that second wind. So now I'm nonstop. Like I'm scared. My drive is my scare of falling off because I already felt that, and it's the worst feeling. I've cried inside a postal truck.
Wow.
Because I was like, my life is over here, and I cried, and I was like, I don't want that feeling. So that's why I do so much, because I'm like, I don't ever want to go back to that feeling.
You know, it's so funny because I do feel that trauma response to be better and to succeed is because we don't want to be in a place where we once were, where we felt like we were pointed at, signaled, made fun of for trying to do something. I remember I also tried to do YouTube, and including like before Echale podcast became, I had the channel called Echale, and it would be like me trying to pretend to be an actor and also trying to pretend like El Gordo y la Flaca reporter. And I remember my friends would make fun of me, and they would be like, oh, Echale, yada, 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 this. And I said, and that was so cringe to me just hearing it from other people, because you're over here trying your best to make a living out of this, or to try to make your own reality or your own dreams happen. And then when I decided to go full force, I'm like, yeah, bitch, what's good? Who vibe?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, thank you.
Yeah.
I've been to places thanks to this.
Yeah, and now like same thing, like people in high school, they're like, oh shit, like the same people that made fun of me.
Yeah.
The same people like, oh shit, so like I seen you do this, I just seen you that. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
But
and then when you started creating I Am Besties, you leave your job, Amazon. You tell your mom, I got this Range Rover. Like, how do things start trickling into a network? Because now you're creating not just podcasts, but you're an entrepreneur. You have employees. You start learning about business in your 20s, where most people would be like learning this in their 30s, aka me. Ready to take control of your money with my digital products? You'll learn how to manage your budget, track every expense, and even calculate your mortgage with ease. Find all the tools you need in the description below, and échale a tu dinero.
Nah, I think it was just like, just also like I just love doing it. Like I just had like I found like a thing I love doing, and I found a system that worked. I was like, oh cool. So if now I double my money with Besties, so if I do another show, that means I'll triple my money. Okay, so if I do another show, then I'll just make more money. So then that's how I was doing. And then also I was taking a lot of inspiration from BuzzFeed. I saw BuzzFeed, they had like a video dropping every day, and it was a new series. So I was like, let me fill up a series. And I wanted to create a channel where every day is something new people can find. And then, so that's kind of what I was modeling it afterwards. Now, if you tell me, I did that because I was able to skip the monetization process of like starting a new channel, waiting to get paid. But now something I would recommend is don't put everything in one channel, do separate channels. But that's kind of just, I just saw a system there that was working, that was able to keep me afloat. And then we were just going viral, and then we started getting opportunities. I was like, yo, this is dope. There's like this kind of like the life like not even like the life I want, but I now call podcasting my 9 to 5 to help fund any of my other things that I want to do. So it gives me as much freedom as I want.
Let's talk about your 9 to 5. What does a 9 to 5 podcaster look like?
It's not even a 9 to 5. Yesterday, I woke up at 7:30 a.m. and literally did not finish till 8:30 p.m.
Just editing?
Just editing.
Most people see the final product and they think like, wow, all these millions of views. Wow, you have sponsors in the background. What's the cost of having all that?
Oh my God, the cost. Shit, this past year has been my most emotional, stressful. Literally, this is the year where I made the most money, and this has been one of my hardest years. I had to make one of the hardest decisions. Big things have happened. Like it's like it was a lot. But what goes on behind that is, again, it's I'll just go with the work, right? So the workload already. So I do a lot of work on Mondays. Like literally all the work I can, like all my work in a week, I try to just bust out on a Monday.
Same.
So I can just Tuesday to Sunday, I just gotta like, I can focus on other things. So that's Mondays are already just heavy editing days. And then the rest is just like decision makings and like, how do I keep my friends being paid every month? Because I was at one point, everything we're making, like my bank account, well, my business account, let's say we make like 10,000. When it's time to like pay everybody, I'd be at like $150 in the bank account, which long run, I was like, this isn't good. Because I just kept getting overdraft fees because of random things that would happen. Yeah. So I started having to come up with some type of system and just trying to come up with systems with, like, I've never done this before ever. And I was super transparent with everyone I was working with. I was like, I want you guys I remind you that this is the first time I'm doing this. If you guys ever find something weird, anything that you think I should change, please let me know, because this is the first time I'm doing this. Yeah. I don't want to make it seem like I'm like taking money or doing something weird. But that's kind of what I always, just being super transparent with everyone I was working with. So that's what was kind of just making those types of decisions. And then just driving. The first year that my social media was taking off, I went to every networking event, like literally every, and I was spending a lot of money on gas. I went to all of them. Even that year, I was drinking a lot because I felt like that's how I can like be socialized. But it was just a lot of like back end part that now it's kind of like I met so many people from that grind. So it's just things like that. It's just like a lot of like meeting people, like getting out of your comfort zone. I went to like networking events by myself. Like just a lot of putting in those like boots on the ground stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like, okay, in order to grow, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions or places?
Yeah, super. I mean, I was like, another YouTube channel that I love is Seek Discomfort. Well, Yes Theory.
Yes.
And their main thing is seek discomfort. So I would always watch their YouTube videos, and they've always just inspired me to like go out and seek discomfort. And every time that I've gone out to the unknown, I've always had like a great time. And there's like even a mantra. It's like, what if today can be better than I imagined? And I'm like, yeah, today's gonna be better than I imagined. Cause it's hard to imagine like winning $1 million in a day. But like for the most part, it's like, you don't know what today's gonna be, but I'm gonna make it better than what I think it's gonna be.
So you were talking about how this year has been one of the toughest yet most rewarding financially years. Why?
So oh my God, it's just drama. It's just drama. So I ended up, two people that are very close to me are no longer close to me. Like, it was, how do I explain it? Okay. So first one, I ended up selling IEM Besties, right? And I was happy. Like, I was great. Like, this was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity. Everything was dope. And
were they happy?
Oh yeah, they were happy.
Okay.
They were super excited. Okay. So it was great. But one host had some weird animosity towards me, that once a little leak happened, it was a bigger thing than it was supposed to be. So that was just like unfortunate, and we're on bad terms now. The second one, which was kind of like, it it hurt because I Am Besties meant a lot to me. So I was still down to like help out, but like after that, like there's no way. And then the second one was the biggest one. That one was a hurtful one. That one I was like, someone that was again very close to me, like the longest. He was he's been feeling some type of way for me for the longest. Like it was like envious. And one
Did
day,
you think it's envious, or did he tell you it was envious?
oh no, it was definitely envious.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was he got drunk one night and just let it all out. And I was like, I didn't know you felt like this. I was like, how is this the first time I ever got this feeling? But it was like, I was like, oh my God, like he was bringing stuff up from like years ago. And I was like, oh damn, like this has been brewing. And then so after that, I was just like, oh shit. And like those two people that are really close to me just ended up creating me so many trust issues. I was like, but then I talked to everybody else in the team. I was like, how's everybody feeling? Like, I need to tell you, this is such a high stress environment. And you would think it's not because it's social media, but we're now at a place where like the checks are getting bigger. We're getting like really big deals and people are getting like angry. Like, I mean, obviously like I got a Range Rover, right? So
they think that like, oh my God, he's keeping all the money.
Yeah. But I don't even make my main money does not come from like the podcast. Like consulting has really skyrocketed me. Like I did a contract with the Me Too, and that set me for like a good time. And I was like, okay, so all I had to do was consult for them, and it was great. And that's when I bought the Range Rover. I bought the Range Rover because of Me Too, not because of the podcast. So it was just like my life started switching and changing. And then so this person started saying like, wait, what the fuck? What about me? Like, where's my Range Rover at? And I was like, bro, like I've been telling you for 4 years to go out and do more. Because social media isn't just social media. The lifespan of social media is going to be like 10 years. It's what you do in those 10 years. It's the people you meet in those 10 years, the doors you can find in those 10 years. So that's why I told everyone, I was like, we're going to network. We're not going to party. Like, I'm not here like, yeah, it's cool meeting influencers and stuff, but I was like talking to people in the suits. I'm like, oh, what do you do? Like, why are you here? Like, you look good. Like, why are you in a suit? Like, just talking like that. And just meeting those types of people. And like now I do a lot of consulting for, like, it was like just private consulting. And it was dope. I was like, I found something I'm really good at. And the method is teaching people how to be good at what you're good at. So that's what I found. I was like, cool, I have money here that doesn't disrupt what I'm doing because they kind of work together. So I found that method, and then now I'm doing like the workshops. So I was like, cool. So it was just like I saw like bigger picture, and I always had my friends in back of my mind. I'm like, we're gonna do this, but I also need you guys to do more because it all works like an umbrella. Like if we're all doing something, imagine like my team at one point, my team was like, I think I had 9 people in my team. And I was like, guys, imagine if we all at least try to pursue social media. If one person goes viral, that's going to lead podcast views. If 2 people go viral, that's going to lead podcast views. 2 people going viral out of 9 people, that's already amazing. And we're just growing. We're just growing this, and we all just grow together. But that it didn't happen how I wanted it to happen. But so now what I've actually learned this year is my year. Like this year, like the past 4 years, I put a lot of energy into a lot of people. And I was like, this time I was like, I gave you guys a blueprint. I told you what you got to do, but I'm really going to focus on myself this year and see what I can do this year.
Yeah. You said right now social media is only going to last, or probably will last 10 years. And I'm probably sure a lot of people who are listening to this or viewing this are like, oh my God, what do you mean social media is only good for like 10 years? Elaborate more on that and what people should be doing if they're trying to build a platform and an audience.
Yeah. I think that when I say 10 years, it's because keeping up with trends, like there are people who do it, right? Like the Logan Pauls, like those people, right? There's people who
Mr. Beast.
Beast.
They are switching their things, but
they're still on social media. But that's you gotta be able to know how to adapt. That's where I failed. Like I failed in my YouTube because I also didn't adapt when I was doing skits when views turned into watch time. So I should have started doing vlogs and things like that. So I wasn't adapting. I was very hard headed. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it my way. But for the most part, it's very hard to like change what you love in order for the bigger picture. So in those 10 years, and there's like, you can go viral. the quicker you go viral, the faster you
Oh
fall.
my God.
So like,
Yes.
viral, being viral is like it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
But so if you do go viral, you gotta have some type of like a funnel to take them somewhere. That's why I like praise Josh Leva,
Mm-hmm.
because the biggest thing right now, like businesses should be started by people who have an audience already, because then you're just leveraging your
Yeah.
audience. It's free marketing. So Josh Leva found like the perfect product. So I'm like, Te Salud. Okay, how do I do a Te Salud? And then I see like other people like Logan Paul and Prime. I was like, oh dang, he did that. Mr. Beast and his chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, so you have like the work, you're going viral now, but the work just started. This is where the real work. How do you funnel these people to create some type of household item, some type of thing that you can live off of for a long time? So I had two things. I was like, it's either one, I sell my company. My company is called Inland Entertainment Network. Already, I love that name. I feel like it can be bought out just by the name alone.
IE Network.
Yeah, so yeah, literally IE Network. So I bought everything. I bought domains, I bought everything. I was like, if anything, this can be sold as its own thing. But also, I got to come up with any types of products. What can I do? I'm always literally to this day, on my way over here, my girl and I were talking about like, how can we like, what type of business should we buy? Like, there's got to be more. Because if I was thinking about it, I was like, if I buy a business, I just leverage my audience. So I got to find a business that my audience will love.
Yeah.
And then so I just started learning about SBA loans. I was like, okay, this is so possible.
Yep.
So
use other people's money.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm at now. Before I was like, oh, I'm gonna get into real estate and all that stuff. But I was like, nah, if you have the opportunity of having an audience, I think the best bet for you is to buy a business.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have to start a business. You just make that business better, and then just leverage your audience to grow that business even more.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm a person who has a social media following and whatnot, what 2 or 3 types of businesses do you think people should look out for or to watch? Because I've heard, and I'm agree with this, like restaurant business is probably not it.
Yeah, no restaurant. No.
That is too much turnover, and so many people think that they can get rich by having like a mom and pop stop, like a coffee shop, like a restaurant, and you're just like, you guys have no idea how much that costs.
Yeah, and then just the running.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking into venues, like buying out venue spaces.
Smart.
I think I was thinking about that, wedding venues, things like anything I can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Señora season. Oh, quinceañera season. Yeah. That too, señora season. Yeah, so like venues like that. The other thing, I mean, now I'm doing like themed speed dating. So
I saw that.
I do my podcasts are very relationship based. Mm-hmm. So that's why you got to look into your audience. What do you talk about? What does your audience like? And then find the business there. So mine, all we do is relationships. So I was like, how about we try to fix the dating scene? So now we're doing speed dating events, and we're about to launch. But that's kind of like what I was like trying to look at what your audience, because everything is for your audience. It's not what you want. It's what your audience wants. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've just been like. I'm literally right now, all that stuff, I'm still like trying to figure it out. But
and it's great because I feel like I'm sometimes the same way where I'm just constantly thinking of like, what's next? How can I leverage? What can I do right now? Like my time is definitely split. I love doing radio, but I also love doing podcasts. But then I also love talking about money. So then how do I incorporate that? Like interviewing entrepreneurs and artists, just kind of like blending the two. Right now, you're going on tour to different cities. Mm-hmm. How is that? Like you've obviously built an audience elsewhere. When you go to other cities that aren't obviously Inland Empire, SoCal, ¿cómo te reciben? Literal. Like are you just like, oh shit, like we're in Chicago.
I get like, I think I get more love when I'm in other places. It's like, it's great. But it's because I like, technically I want to be the Mr. Monopoly man. I want to do an IE and Friends in every sub city in the country. So think about like Chicago. What's their like rival city? What's their sub city? You know, like how there's LA, IE. Yeah. What's Chicago? What's that city? And then I'll go to other
Dallas,
places. Dallas, Houston, like things like that. I was like, my kind of thing is like, because I've always been a fan of the underdogs. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I go to these places and I let them know there is success here. There's niche. When people start representing a place that doesn't get represented, there's going to be a lot of backing behind it. Mm-hmm. So I go to on these workshops, it's a lot of like inspiring. Like I love inspiring people. I love motivating people. And I'm like, yo, guys, look, we're out here. This is what I did. Like I did it. Like the best part, whenever I go to all these different cities, they have never heard of the IE until I came along. So I was like, you can do the same thing for your city. You can be your resource. You can become the resource. Now with social media, it's so easy to do that resource because your city is bigger than you think. There is connections everywhere. There's someone who's successful who you don't even know is from your city. It's just that no one's ever been rep that city. So when you rep your city and this celebrity is like, oh, dang, that person's repping my city. It's an easy DM. And they're like, oh, yeah, like I really like what you do. Yeah. That's how we got in a lot of guests is a lot of people like I've had on the show are people who were from the IE that I thought they were just from LA. And I was like, oh, dang. So it's just easier. It's an easier invite. So it's just like, definitely don't be afraid of where you come from. Like the nichier, the better. Like I tell people, this is my number one thing I say in the workshop is you're not special. There are millions and millions of people just like you. So if you do exactly what you want, exactly what you like, all you got to do is find that audience, but they're there. Yeah. So don't try to be someone you're not. Don't try to do this because that's working. If you ever think like, oh, no one's going to watch this because this is nerdy. No, people watch that. I always say like I watched a random HVAC podcast just because I was curious about air conditioning. Like curiosity is there. If there's something that isn't getting a lot of attention, then there's a lot of curiosity for it. So be that first person to make that video.
I was like, you've turned creative ideas into obviously business and they've gone well. Was there ever an idea that didn't go well?
Yeah, there's many. I try not to remember those.
Oh, I mean, that's good. But I mean, you have them in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, okay, you know what you did, but what did you learn?
Yeah, I think the one that didn't do well, that had a lot of potential, could have been my sports show. That would have been a cool one. IE movies, I still got to bring that one back. That one was cool. It's just like at that time I was juggling a lot of things.
Did you try to expand and grow too quick?
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's a problem with a lot of people.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of like side business that I've tried getting into. I can't, honestly, I really am like, if it doesn't work out, on to the next one. Like Smart. That's like
You're not marrying an idea.
Yeah, and I think that's like my biggest advice in social media is learn to like detach, because it's like you're gonna like I've had so many highs and I had so many lows.
Was it easy to detach from IE and besties, or was it hard?
Or
is that when you learn like, you know what, detachment is a good thing?
Yeah, I for sure learned that now. It's still, I feel like it's still one day I'm gonna get drunk and it's gonna make me cry. I'm still like in the detachment space. Like I'm just like, I had one because I was super detached. I just didn't think about it. And then I talked to Vanessa about it, one of the hosts. And then I was like, damn, you're right. Like that one got me sad. I was like, damn. Like now that I'm like thinking about it, yeah, it had like a lot of things going there. But it's just like, it's, you know, it's on to the next one. Don't dwell. Like if you can do it once, you can do it again. And it's just all about, don't put the energy, like energy to me is a superpower. Like if you have any type of energy to do something, do it. If you have an idea, do it. Because a great example. Have you heard of Chicos Tóxicos?
Yes.
They're this huge YouTube group, right? And Felipe, he's one of the ones in Chicos Tóxicos. He actually pitched that idea to some other friends, and they're like, "No, that's a dumb idea." He pitched it to a different group of friends, and now it's like one of the biggest YouTube groups. Like it's really, every idea is a good idea. It's all about the execution. And same thing with videos. Like there's no such thing as a bad video. Yeah. It's either bad editing or a bad execution. Like there's always something. Every idea is a good idea. You just got to be able to execute it.
And I would even add something else to that. It's not just a bad editing, bad video. It's probably the wrong platform. Because, I mean, we've all been where we post on Instagram thinking like, oh, this is a good clip. And you're just like, oh, all right, cool. Then you post on TikTok and it does bad. But then you post on Facebook and you're like, what the hell?
I say that all the time.
How come? Well, yeah. I mean, I learned it from you. You literally said that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start. Because I was just posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't cross promote or cross, onto other platforms. And then once I started doing that, I'm like, Holy shit, it's a lot of damn work. You guys think just editing the video is hard work. It's posting
is an extra, like, it takes a minute. Like, actually, at one point, I hired someone to post for me.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much.
People
think it's like, oh, you just post. It's so strenuous because you're thinking of, like, captions, hashtags. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I've posted the exact same video in TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and they all do different numbers. Facebook, for some reason, always hits the millions. Like, Facebook will hit millions, TikTok will hit like 100,000s, Instagram will hit like 2,000-3,000, and I'm like, it's not. It's literally the platform.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why not? Like, go, like, again, what's the downside?
Yeah.
If there's no downside, do it.
Well, okay, so many people are stuck in the execution. They have an idea, but they don't jump into executing. And then after execution, there's consistency. What would you tell them to motivate them? Just because I have so many people come up to me and be like, oh my God, you're great. And I'm like, yeah, but you can be great too.
Yeah.
And what is it with people and like resiliency and grit? Where can they find that? Because I also see that lacking in so many people.
I think it's the way to run a business. Your first, like, let's say you're doing a restaurant, right? Your first Instagram post should not be your grand opening post. Your first Instagram post should be like, hey guys, what chairs do you think we should buy? Oh, you guys like this? You guys like this table? It's a storytelling. So when it comes to like doing anything on social media, it should be a storytelling. Like my first, you can go I and Friends episode 1. Camera sucks. Lighting sucks, audio sucks, everything sucks. Episode 2, we fixed the lighting. Episode 3, for some reason, there's a big old light right behind my head. Like, people love to see the growth. People love to feel like that's how you build a community, by growing together. Like, no one likes industry plans. No one likes things are just boom set because like something's not real here. So if you have like anything, if you want to grow, you just got to be very open about it. Be like, hey guys, actually I made a mistake. I think I'm going to do this. Or, oh, you know what? That didn't work. Maybe we should not do this. Because there's been times like even on the podcast, we talked about something or we had a bad take. And I was like, you know what, guys, after reading your comments, you're right. Like we kind of did mess up here. And then so it's just things like just being super open. Don't act like you know everything. Yeah. Like be a person, be a human. And that's just how you grow. I think people always think about like, oh, I'm scared to start because it's not perfect. That's the best time to start when you're not perfect because people want to see the growth. The best thing doing is scrolling through an Instagram page and you just see it like getting better and better. That's how you create community. That's how you create day ones. Yeah. And we'll call people, oh, there are day ones. They were here when we only had like an iPhone for a camera. And there's like power in that.
Yeah, and I've seen the evolution with Hai and Friends. It's also awesome to see over the years since I've started listening to you guys, how you guys have become young adults to these young men. Yeah. You know? Yeah. How do you feel like the audience and the community has changed with you?
It's
have they grown up?
Yeah. We actually we talked to a fan recently, and he said that like I met my girlfriend when I started listening to you guys, and then we had this whole thing, and then like they like got married, like they grown with us. And like again, like our audience, like whatever my age is, like it also shows in the analytics, like everybody's growing together. So that's something I remember saying that on the episode. We went from like fuckboys to unks. Because like
I agree.
We started like saying all this crazy like fuckboy facts and just like stories of just like girls. And then we started like growing and be like, you know what? I don't know. Like we started giving better advice.
Dude, tell me why I would listen to this. I'm like, all right, I can listen to a couple, but I can't relate because they're over here like, bitch this, bitch. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't use that vocabulary anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like we're literally, you're what? How old are you?
I'm 27 now.
You're 20. See, we're 6 years apart.
Yeah, and I was like, when I started 23, I was a maniac. Like I was just saying crazy stuff. And then it's cool because they've grown with us, so their mindset's also changing. And we talk about like, I talk about what I learned, and I'm like, hey guys, like, this is what I was doing. It didn't really work out for me. Now like I'm getting more in the business side. I'm pretty open on like how I do business. What's the best way for me to like make money? Because I know everybody's like in that world. It's like, okay, we're starting to get a little older. What's next for me? So right now we're in that transition of like motivating and being like, yeah, you can do it, do this, do that. Back then when we were young, we're like all we were talking about was like partying and girls, but you see like the transition. And if people don't like it, then I mean, there's so many podcasts, but
Yeah.
the best thing is be yourself. Because there was a time where I thought about, I was like, no, we got to go back. We're losing views. We got to go back to like our toxic style.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel right. I was like, I feel like I'm faking it now.
Yeah, I
So-
agree. That's exactly what I think. One of the things that I did want to touch on with you, especially in the environment, I know I personally don't like to get as political on the podcast. If I have a political post, then hell yeah, I'm like
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
ask all the questions. But your audience, and I don't know analytically, is it more men or
We're 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see so many men who obviously change the power dynamics of this country.
Uh-huh.
And Joe Rogan being one of the spearheaders
Yeah.
in the podcast industry. And we're seeing a rise in incels, a rise in, I just learned the term groipers.
The groipers, I don't know what a groiper is.
You don't know what a groiper
No.
is?
What's a
Okay, let me
groiper?
tell you what a groiper is, because I just learned about this. I have another podcast. It's called Acá Entre Bros, and it's all in Spanish, right?
Cool.
So a groiper is basically a person who hates women so much that instead of like they hate them so much, they'd rather have sex with men who look like women.
Wow.
But they're still so far left. Is that like left or right?
Right,
Right.
they're right.
Right. That they're crazy. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it,
That
but
makes sense.
like look it up. They just hate. So they are saying that the person who killed Charlie Kirk was a groiper. That's why the whole trans conversation came up. But he was still like, he just felt like Charlie Kirk was just he was
Yeah,
faking it. Like he's
yeah.
not a right winger. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
as down as he thought. So that's what they're saying. But
Wow.
so many young
Groiper.
men are now being influenced in social media podcasts. How do you see your responsibility when trying to talk to those younger men?
I like to check them. Like we're super like my thing is like, for example, I always use an example like stop blowing up girls' phones. Like if they blocked you, stop using that. I kind of shame them in a way. I'm like, guys, that's weird. Like don't be fucking weird. Like just things like that. But there is a responsibility in that. We do we try also not to get too political, but we do like to, especially on the ICE stuff, like that stuff, like
Yeah.
like human rights. Like of course we're gonna like say something about that, but we try not to get into politicals. But especially in this time where people are like getting into like red pill and like things like that,
Yeah.
it's just like we try to let them know that it's like, yo guys, like you came from a woman, like you like women should be the like I think women should be the prize. I don't know about this whole thing where like why don't women get us flowers? Like bro, like that's just weird. So I'm just like I'm also kind of like old school in that way where it's like we like chivalry. It's weird saying chivalry is old school,
Yeah.
but it kind of seems old school now. But I like to bring that to people. I was like, whenever there's that point being said, I was like, yo guys, like women should be first. Like they're precious. Like they create life. Like let's take care of them. Like let's not be no groiper. Like whatever that is. You know. So
You're gonna look it up. Watch.
yeah. So we just try to give our human rights like perspectives the best we can. But for the most part, if people don't like that's the thing about creating an audience. It's like a cheese grater, you know? Let's say your audience is a cheese and your content is the grater. You're going to get cheese on the other side of that grater. And the people that just don't make it, right? So it's like you make my analogies. I love analogies.
I love
that one was kind of, but
I got it though.
cool. So you make your audience, and if people don't like it, they don't make it past the grader. And then so you have your audience. Like you can just be yourself. So for the most part now, we have people who think like us, who kind of are on the same page as us. If there's someone random that comes on and they see the episode and they don't like it, it's fine. Like we don't need to convince anybody to stay.
Yeah.
It's like if you like our content, stay. If you don't, well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And just like that. But
Do you read?
Sometimes.
Because I'm listening to you and I'm like, he seems like he reads because he has so much analogies, references, but it could also be experience based on conversations that you've had with people.
I'm an unk. I think ever since like high school, I've always just said analogies. For me, it's easier to explain things in analogies.
Yeah.
So I just
Now you're going on tour. What's the first city? When are the dates? Where can people buy tickets? What will you be explaining? What can people find?
Yeah. So I just did Chicago I did Chicago. I started in Chicago, and then I just did the IE. Next is San Diego. I was kind of like trying to line up my workshop tour with Who's Got Talent, a show that Super Ego is doing, just because I'm part of that show as well. So this is where I don't want. So right now, this is where I'm struggling at. I think my workshop tour can also be a business I failed, just because like I didn't realize how much time goes into it, and just selling tickets to go around the country is expensive. And my ticket price is expensive. I sell tickets at $150, so of course not. I'm not gonna sell out. Like, I did Chicago, which was great. We had like 9 people, and it was the best. I love having that one-on-one time with those. And then
those are the best.
Then 10 people in IE, and on my those were cool. Chicago, I was already out there. I already had an Airbnb because I was staying with Who's Got Talent. IE, it was like literally my backyard. So. But now when I think about going to other states, I'm like, oh dang, it's gonna be kind of expensive. Like, I'm probably just gonna break even.
Why not just do
a webinar?
Not a webinar. You know how so many people are doing. Oh my God, it is like a webinar,
or a course,
like a course.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do next. So I think I'm a focus on doing it a course. I just love.
And then if they want one-on-one, they can book an appointment.
Yeah, exactly. Because I really love the one-on-one. I think at first when I was doing it, I was like, what I did wrong was I was putting the profit first. I was like, oh man, if I sell 30 people, I'm gonna have like $20,000. Like I'll make like 40,000 in a month. I was like, oh shit. So let's get more seats.
You're like, what about the venue cost?
Yeah. Then what about the venue cost, the flight cost? So I was thinking about that. And then when I did Chicago, I realized how much I love having that personal people. I was like, I could have never imagined doing this workshop in front of like 30 people even. I was like, I love the time. The 10 people I had there was like, we literally went through everyone, and it was a 4-hour workshop, and we finished just on time. And we still like did some time, like a couple minutes at the end, just answering some more questions. But I was like, if I would have had 30 people have not gotten the what they paid for. Because I told them, I was like, I'm gonna help you guys. So I like the 10 people, but do you guys want to book one-on-one consulting? Like, do it, because I'm like, literally, like, I don't want to say I'm the best person to reach out to, but.
Okay, I want to do fast questions right now.
Cool.
What's the most money you blew out at a party?
The most money I blew out on a party? At a party, like at a club? Not much. Probably like 2,000 or 3,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big spender.
What's the best advice somebody gave you?
The best advice someone gave me is, oh man, there's so many. Right now off the bat, I'm just thinking Ty Lopez. It's just the details. If you go viral wearing an orange shirt, wear that orange shirt again. Like that type of detail. Like just being super detail oriented.
You recently did a AI picture of you hugging your younger
my
self.
Younger self.
What would you tell that younger self?
Oh my God, that would make me cry. That one was.
I think you posted it on your close friends. Sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I saw it.
Yeah, that one would make me cry because, oh shit, my younger self would be definitely super proud of me. I think. Why are you making me cry right now, bro? Like.
Because it's 10 a.m.
Making me cry so early. I just think. It was. Just keep trusting in yourself. Because I had a lot of doubters. Yeah, just. Fuck. I need to punch a wall right now. I need to get my manliness back. Yeah, I think it'll be that. Just trust yourself. Don't listen to the outside noise. I'll hug him.
Yeah, you definitely hugged him in the AI version. What do you think your mom would say now? Has she told you anything?
Yeah. So funny story about my mom. The highlight of my my social media career is me being here.
Here?
Yeah. She loves you so much. She's like, out of all the celebrities I've had on the show and all the people that I told my mom, like, sometimes I had to convince my mom that these people were famous. And she's like, oh, that's cool.
Because they're coming to your house?
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll tell her, like, oh, mom, I'm going to, like, you know Jose Quintero? And she's like, yeah, like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to go do his podcast today. What? Are you serious? Like, dile que le mando saludos. And then I told her, I was like, oh, he's actually going to be in our podcast. He's coming here? Like, we got to clean. Like, my hair's not even done. Like, she was, like, freaking out. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, like, she loves you. Like, she's like a huge fan. So she loves that. And I think she's also super proud of me. I got her, like, I have her covered now. Whatever she needs, I got her. Even with the Range Rover was for her. When we got a billboard at Times Square, I made sure to take her just because, like, I really want the best for her. So I think she's definitely proud. I just wish I can, like, sometimes I feel like I don't do enough for her. Like, I wish I could just give her all my money. Yeah. But I can't. Yeah. I gotta be, because I get FOMO, bro, because I'm like, I'm going all over the place. I'm going all over the country. And I'm like, dang, I wish, technically I can bring my mom, but it's not a good financial decision. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, just wait it out a little bit. So, yeah, just hopefully like in a year is when everything, like, I can just bring her, like, everywhere. I kind of do want to, her birthday's next week.
Oh, what day?
October 5th.
Oh, she's a Libra.
Yeah.
October 9th.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I'll take her to, like, kind of want to give her, like, take us to Hawaii. She's always wanted to go to Hawaii. So things like that. I don't know.
I love that. And she deserves it. Like, I mean, when we talk about moms, we want to give them the world, and we do get FOMO. And I mean, I think about that all the time, the privilege that we have to be going to other countries, other states, and the fact that, like, you know, you wish you can bring them along the journey. Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years? Or where do you see your business? Or how about this? Where do you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years? And where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
The next 5 years, like, business gonna be great. I think my main thing is, like, I want my friends to, like, well, that's the thing. It's like, I want them to be out, like, I like quit their jobs and everything, but they also got work to do. Like, they got to do things.
Want and actually doing.
Yeah.
Has to come from them.
Yeah, that's what I would want, but they still got to put in that work. But business, launching themed speed dating. I want to revamp the dating culture where instead of going to meet singles at a bar and clubs, just go to a place where singles want to meet singles, talk to like 30 people. And we just want to revamp that, make it fun, make it hip. That's what we're making it themed. We're doing this October 12th, 7 p.m. at Viejo in Long Beach. We're doing Halloween costumes. So speed dating and Halloween costumes. November, we're going to have a whole different theme. December, obviously, it's going to be like Christmas themes and stuff like that. So I want I want different departments in every major city in the country where they run themselves. So that's one of the goals. And then I want to start my own business. My girl and I, she's awesome because we always had like a plan of like buying a house together. Yeah. But literally yesterday, she was like, what if we just buy a business together? And I was like, oh, I like how you think. Yeah. So maybe we're just researching. She's amazing at hospitality. So we're seeing, that's what I was thinking about, venues. And she does a lot of event coordination. So
how do you do self-care?
Self-care?
Yeah, because I mean, I think that's also very important. Is there even such a thing as self-care in podcasting? Because we're always on the go.
Always on the go. I think for me, and I learned this from Kevin Hart. Oh, that's the advice I would give, an advice from Kevin Hart. But I learned this from Kevin Hart is as soon as you wake up, that hour should be yours. Like, don't start, like, don't take no meetings. Don't do no other stuff. Like, I wake up at 6 a.m. Those hours are mine. Like, that's when if I want to watch TV, I'll watch TV. But for the most part, I go to the gym. I'm at the gym. I'm watching YouTube videos. But I really don't start work until, like, 8:30 to 9 a.m. But since I'm a morning guy, like from 6 a.m. to like that's all me. I don't like focus on social media as much. I don't check emails like that. That's my self-care. But because like I turned my hobby into a career, so it's kind of hard. I was like, I love video. I love editing. But Yeah, it's just I think just going to the gym and just like eating healthy.
Yeah.
I'm very into that. I think that's my self-care, just treating my body right.
That's awesome. So where can people find you if they want to get to know you more, listen to you?
You can find me at Saul V Gomez on every social media platform. And I want to one quick advice. Everybody, this came from Kevin Hart. Everybody's rocket is gonna shoot. Everybody's rocket is gonna blow. Everybody's gonna get an opportunity, but it's up to you to know what all the buttons do to make sure you have your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
So the worst thing to do is miss an opportunity because you weren't ready. So the best thing to do is study your industry, learn your industry, because one day you'll get the opportunity. So that once that rocket blows up, you'll be ready.
Damn. Well, Saul, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you, getting to know you a little bit more. I wish you nothing but success, and thank you for being such a pioneer in the Inland Empire, because I don't think if it wasn't for you, I don't think the IE would be represented as well as it is in today's day and age.
That's awesome. That means a lot. I really do appreciate that. I try to. I have imposter syndrome actually. I was gonna
say
like I try to. So it's always good when people like remind me and like just. You know,
it feels good because I feel like I identify myself with you because I get shy, nervous when people say good things about yourself because I don't know how to take it. I don't know if I'm doing well. And it's hard for me to talk about myself because I'm like, oh, I don't want to sound presumido and all that. Like, always be humble. But sometimes we have to learn that, we gotta show,
puff your chest up sometimes.
Exactly. And especially in this industry. Saul Gomez, gracias.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Hasta la próxima.
Bye.
Ready to take control of your money with my digital products? You'll learn how to manage your budget, track every expense, and even calculate your mortgage with ease. Find all the tools you need in the description below. And échale a tu dinero. Una de las cosas que me sigue sorprendiendo es que el 95% de ustedes no se han suscrito a este canal. Te pido por favor que si alguna vez alguna de estas historias te ha tocado, te has sentido inspirado, motivado por cualquiera de las personas que han atravesado por Echale Podcast, que lo hagas. Y yo me comprometo de seguir trayéndoles más entrevistas con más empresarios, más artistas, para que ustedes también sigan llevándose algo a su casa.